Hi guys, welcome to the Ultra Legends channel. It's the first time we've spoken in a video and it's for a special event, the Brawler tier list for July. Since the meta has changed, important to decide what are the best brawlers in this month. After Reworks of Frank, Meg and Chester, Lily's huge buff and the new Hypercharge, we will see who's the strongest brawler in the game. Now let's not waste time talking and let's start this tier list. Let's start with the registration right of this channel. Let's put Vanguard at the top of the S tier. Thought I was Shelly, she's a nice anti-tank. Since the meta is full of tanks, she gains value, but how much value? In my opinion, she's an S in an A tier. Nita is also pretty powerful. The Hypercharge makes the bear have almost the same life as a tank, and it's a broken thing. It is very fast and does a lot of damage in heist. She's on top of the A tier. Maybe an S tier, but for now, I'll leave her there. Maybe I'll change later. Cold is a long-range brawler, not the strongest one in the game, but later we will see who is the strongest. But he has a very good gadget, I think the Silver Bullet, and is a wall breaker, so still pretty good brawler. I would like it to put him in a C tier. I've never seen real decent to use a tank. Even though he received a beautiful mythic skin, Minotaur Bull, this brawler doesn't fit into the meta at all. I place it very low in an A tier because he doesn't exist, despite having an Hypercharge. Introduced in the first update. I hope they will soon update Bull like they did with Frank. I often compare Brock to Cole because they're both long-range brawlers and wall breakers. In the Mansion update, Brock received an Hypercharge, but it turned out to be a nerf to his super. In the latest update, they buffed up the super damage with the Hypercharge and the area where Brock fires rockets. This has definitely improved Brock, but his Hypercharge is one of the weakest in the game. However, it is quite strong and I prefer him to Cole. This serves a B tier. Primo is a fairly average tank. It is not commonly picked, but playing it in Brawl or Heist puts opponents in trouble. Certainly, he's better than Null, but it doesn't deserve more than a C tier above Gold. Now Barley. For me, he has improved a lot with that Hypercharge, but he has low health, damage isn't that much, and the Hypercharge has been criticized. But now this is appreciated. I will place him in a B tier above Brock over the end of the A tier. Come on, let's promote Barley. I feel it has been a long time since he moved from the D or A tier, like 5 tier lists. He's not yet the strongest brawler in the game, but he competes with the best. Poco isn't a great support. He's a great healer, but he's not very used in this meta. I haven't played this in a long time, and I say to place him in a B tier. He doesn't even have an Hypercharge. This is what penalizes him a lot. Rosa is a nice tank. Even if she's a bit situational, she works very well in Brawl maps with a lot of bushes. Compare him to the other tanks, she's better than Primo and Bull, so I will know them in a B tier below Brock. I also really like her Hypercharge. Now we move to Super Rares. I can't stand Jessie. She's really annoying, like in Arts on Ace maps, her Hypercharge is OP. I think a Hypercharge deserves multiple nerfs. There's no way the turret has 9,000 health, and it's just super fast. She's a really strong brawler, but I don't know if she's better than Nita. To space them out, I moved Nita to an S tier and put Jessie on top of the A tier. That's good nerf, for sure. I really like Dynamite. He was the first brawler I maxed. He's a good thrower. Not the strongest brawler, but in my opinion, he deserves a full B tier. It's good as a power that allows him to one-shot a lot of brawlers like Sparter and Spike, and more. Remember, don't use the first star power if you can't use it correctly. In that case, it's better to equip the described one. Talking about brawlers, it is another one, Thick, which is very strong if it is the brawler with the loudest health in the game. Mines are very annoying, especially in Upzone, and the head deals a lot of damage. I think he deserves a place at the bottom of the B tier or at the top of the C tier. Better to place it in C tier. 8-bit is another long-range brawler that is especially strong with a quick fire modifier, as it fires a long burst of projectiles. Super gives a lot of support to his teammates and himself. Its only problem is speed, but it's solved by the second star power. Definitely, I will put him in a B tier between Brock and Rosa. Finally, another F tier, Rico! The Hypercharge is also very strong, simple in mechanics, but strong in practice. The new hard skills for Rico are wonderful, and this will further help him climb the S tier. He's even better than Nita. He goes to the top of the world. What do we go from excellence to Rush Brothers? Are we sure you have to rank bad Daryl? Daryl is terrible. It's not usable on any map. It does not have even an active charge. Even if its mechanics are still a bit fun for me, it is actually a terrible brawler. He deserves an Earth tier. Nothing else to say about him. You're turning me? No, not F tier again. Come on! Penny! She's worse than Daryl. In my opinion, next level would run Penny a bit extra, but they're not doing anything with Penny. It's the worst brawler in the game. Her turret lasts very few seconds before she gets destroyed. Just like damage. Penny's friends never manage to hit everyone. She goes at the bottom of the ranking. Oh, Card. Card is a good damage dealer, known for his versatility across the walls. He has a lot of health and deals enough damage with his pickaxe to be considered at least a B tier. Maybe for some Card is a A tier. For me, it's a B tier. Between Brock and AP. Back to the tanks. Jackie, after all, isn't that bad. She can hit over walls, easy to use, she got FF, goes with the speed in the first gadget. She also goes strongest from her opponents, especially in Brawl. She deserves to be placed at the top of the C tier, above Tech. Good time still. Now let's talk about Gus. He received a rework in the Godzilla Day and seemed to be improved, but right now it's definitely not strong. He doesn't get in the meta from months. Even Fang it has dominated it. He was very, very strong. The rework done is very useful, but not enough to make it strong. Unfortunately, it has to be placed at the top of the A tier. Too bad for Gus. Has left to form the tier list. Let's move on to Epics. Both the classic every word that everyone has. A question controller, the dynamics of the mines is very fun in my opinion. You can use especially in off zones thanks to super. Comparing him to his controller friend Ants, he's definitely less strong than her, as Ants received an Hypercharge. Look at the top of the tier, obviously above Poco. Speaking of Ants, she went up a lot thanks to the Hypercharge. Of the summer release, her Hypercharge is not the best, but it's certainly strong. As I said before, she's better controller than Bo, and she deserves to be placed at the top of the B tier. Also, but below Brock. She's devastating non-zone maps, also in Robo. Still is the classic skilled brawler. He's very fast and strong, especially in Robo maps, ranked and competitive games. He's just a lot, and he has some nice breakaways. Of the brothers skilled for their speed, this time Stu must stay lower than Max, because obviously he's less strong than her. Max has a pretty broken Hypercharge, which helps set up go up even higher. Stu is between Ants and Carl in a B tier. Pada was already strong before receiving the Hypercharge. Now she competes with Angelo for the title of the best long-range brawler in the game. The Hypercharge makes her even more of a wall breaker, and she deals too much damage, it's OP. In my opinion, between Angelo and Piper, Angelo still wins, despite both having received an Hypercharge. He has got nerve to receive the worse Hypercharge than Piper. Both should be kept under control. However, Piper deserves to be in the S tier, come on, but we need a rebuild. This long is just too strong. Now Pam. I don't like Pam very much. She's a good healer, and also she has a lot of health. With the Star Star power, she can be devastating on some maps, but I don't like her still. She certainly deserves to be above Poco because she's clearly superior than him, but she should be higher than where she will place her in a C tier. Frank's turn finally came. Up until this moment, Frank was the classic brawler, the classic F tier brawler. But now, he's broken. Finally, I can say Frank is broken. Come on! This was the time. I can't see any more global maps they often do with this Frank. But it's okay. I like this moment. I have tried that destroys the whole map, because crazy well it reaches 1000 health, and then there's God mode, basically. He also used a lot in ranked and competitive because everyone's taking advantage of this moment of glory. I hope they will not nerf Frank. Go above all, Frank! Hit it to the S tier without stopping. Although Frank has had an incredible exploit, the other tanks are also moving up slightly. I like Big a lot. She's definitely not one of the best tanks, but her Hypercharge is very strong. She can knock back her opponents. People deserve to see her above Palm in my opinion. She will also get stronger in the coming months, trust me. B is another long-range brawler who is very strong. She can slow down with a super, does a ton of damage with a charge start, and the second gadget Bs are very fast and dangerous. She may not be on the same level as Pepper and Angelo, but she deserves a full A tier, even above Brawler. There's so many of these language brawlers, and they're so fun to play. Nanny Star. Very strong in many situations, their super, in addition to being particular, counters the tanks and attacker. Their three spheres together do 4,000 and 800 of damage. Exaggerated. She's certainly skilled and different to use, but in the right hands he can even surpass Piper. And so, she gets an 8 here, playable here. I don't know what to say about Edgar. He must be nerfed! Its solo showdown is devastating, and it's most no-skilled brawler in the game. If before we're talking about very skilled brawlers, here we are at the opposite word. In 3v3, Edgar is very manageable, and in competitive he is used much. I personally hate Edgar, but you have to use it, unfortunately. I would say that a nice rework on Edgar will be needed. For example, I will make the healing ability with his main attack as a power, replacing fisticuffs, the second star power. In my opinion, is the one who makes the solo showdown so terrible to play. Although Kit, of course. Because the player stands still in the bushes, wait for a brawler to come, and jump on it. Shameful. To be placed at the top of his seat here, but unfortunately, he should be higher. For the reasons I said, I'll leave it there. This is an anti-deck that gain value with increase of tanks in the meta, like Shelly. With the gadget, is also able to break walls, and super banknotes to do a lot of damage. This second gadget, in my opinion, should be removed due to how useless it is. Come on, who uses it? He's less after Shelly, I put him in a B tier between M to C. Brawl as a thrower is really bad. He doesn't do much damage, he's such a dodge very easily, and his super is also very dodgeable. Comparing him to Tick, Dynamite, and Brawler, he's below all three of them. He's also really useful. He's one of the few brawlers that I have at level 6. Given how few I use it. Grom deserves a B tier, D tier, not a B. Between Bo and Poco, the same goes for Bonnie, who was not the strongest brawler in the game, she was broken. But now she has come down a lot from the old days. Even though she's a long-range brawler with a lot of health and able to transform with a super. She also needs to be placed in the D tier, even underground, because I'm not seeing her in matches anymore. He has improved a lot since receiving the Hypercharge. There was even a bug fixed in the July 1st meditation that allowed Gale Stupid to cause over 7,000 of damage, no matter how many projectiles I fired. Too much. Broken. In those days, he was strong enough to surpass Frank, I think. Now he's still very powerful and deserves a place at the bottom of the S tier, below Nida and the others. Also, it was mentioned in the update patch note, but he received a huge buff. Gale Stupid now fires projectiles individually, and they do damage for projectile. So, firstly, there were 5 bullets, but then with the maintenance breath, they became 4. He also received a buff on the damage per bullet, which went from 500 to 610, and another on the receipt of the super, which was speeded up. He became very strong, so Kat, in my opinion, is one of the best anti-tanks in the game. She competes for the title with Dave and Nida. She's an excellent tank counter. The more hurt the enemy has, the much damage she causes. If Hypercharges is really broken, he highs, allows her to deal 20,000 of damage. She also has a very good range that even allows to defeat in long-range brawlers. She deserves to be at the top of the A tier. She's going to the S tier, but she's not. Belle is another very strong long-range brawler, with the dynamics of radiation and banding applied to a single target that allows her to deal more damage. Bo is very strong in many situations, especially in knockout maps. She needs to be placed almost in an A tier. She's stronger than Bea, but less strong than Nani, so she's between Bea and Nani. She's a garbage can in every sense, literally. I hate him, for me he's a really bad tank. I don't even know how he managed to be a chromatic back in the old days. Getting serious, he may have a lot of help, but he doesn't deal damage, so he's also very slow. He hasn't been in the meta for almost years. Now I never use him, and he's never been chosen in ranked. Sure, he must be in an A tier at the top, but at the A tier. Ola was on so P at her release. Now she's a pretty average mid-range brawler. The story is very original, allowing her to create her own haggle, which however shoots and moves in the same direction as Lola. She doesn't even have an Hypercharge, which I think would double clean all rankings. B, A, S. I also have an idea for a Hypercharge. Maybe it will allow Lola's ego to move freely and shop particles to enemies. It will be a good buff for Lola. And this will make him, obviously, a very good brawler. but now she has to be in the C tier above Pan. Sam is another tank that gets very loud use. I don't see him in ranked and else competitive matches. He's only used by ladder players in some game modes. His lot of health and peculiarity of ending in super almost always charged helps him make cruise shots in Brawl. Just like Stu with mutations, he had infinite supers, so it was so easy to score. But I can't put him out than a D tier below Brawl, Guam, and Barney. Mandy is a long-range brawler who has improved sadly recently, thanks to buff on her supercharge. The shots needed went from 5 to 4. It definitely helped her, but in my opinion, compared to the other language brawlers, she's below Piper, Belle, P, and Nani. I would put her in a C tier between Tick and Primo. Still, she's a good brawler. Amazing! It's one of my favorite brawlers. Amazing! Ha 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 ha. Bruh. I did like a shot which is low first, then fast. I also really like the super, which makes her a very strong anti-tank. She's also a long-range brawler, stronger than most. A Hypercharge is really broken in highs, because it's capable of dealing over 12,000 of damage. Maybe it's not very much in the meta right now, but she definitely deserves a B tier. I would put her between 8-bit and Rosa. Hank, for some reasons, I don't know why, is still a terrible tank. When it was released, he had a lot of bugs that made it very broken, but now the bugs have been fixed, and Hank is awful. Nobody really uses it. Plus, it's a slow, and even if he can hit for goals, it takes too long to charge the bomb. Terrible. He has to be placed at the bottom of the F tier. Pearl is one of the most underrated brawlers in the game, but you have to know, she is strong! In fact, she received a lot of nerfs. Pearl is also the only brawler capable of dealing damage as the woman's coach races. I really like it. I want to position her for sure in a B tier. Are both 8-bit. I think Supercell went out a layer low since they suffered 5 plus nerfs. However, they remain a very strong thrower, or he remains a very strong thrower. In my opinion, he's still the best in the game, together with Barley, despite not having an Hypercharge. Though he is styled by Super, he's very strong and does a lot more damage than Larry. He plays completely alone. He still deserves an 8 here between Nani and Belle. Oh, here it is, Angela! Really strong rich brawler, despite having suffered that novel nerf. The Hypercharge was only with too many shots, even 12. But now only 8 are needed, which is not too few, but not too many either. I think that between Angelo and Pirate, I will still choose Angelo for the reasons I said before. Maybe Pep's Hypercharge is better, but Angelo is still stronger overall. Many would now put him in an A tier, but I still leave it an S tier, just above Piper. Write in the comments if you agree with my ranking, guys. Now we move on to the Maddox. Not as players like Mortis. I don't love him for it. I know he's strong, but he's so hard to use. So hard. He's also a very skilled brawler, and if you don't know how to use correctly, you lose. This is why Mortis has one of the lowest win rates in the game. The randoms play badly, and they lose. Terrible. I don't know how to use very well, but I win a lot of matches with Mortis. However, Mortis is in very few matches in this meta, which is why I will put him at the top of the A tier, just above Ash. Clara is also quite bad in this meta. You used to get 3 kills with the Shadows, but now they're taken out of the way before you can say Shadows! And grabbing the current Ghosters should be very strong, like Jane for example, which we will see later, but Tara's definitely less strong than Jane. Unfortunately, I have to put him in a A tier and vote Mortis, but she has to stay there. Vote by aggressive for Tara, but I hope she will become strong as the old days. He's Jane's turn. After receiving the Hypercharge, the quick fire modifier in the last season's ranked, and the triple buff in February, he has become really strong. Now he's a true long-range brawler and also a very strong controller. He's able to find enemies hidden in bushes with his main attack. Jean deserves, obviously, to be in an A tier. I replace him between Shelly and Jess. Now let's talk about the sucker that is max and in my opinion is broken with the Hypercharge, which allows her to charge 75% super to everyone if they are close together. It's a broken thing, too broken. Furthermore, it's very fast. The super enters in no combos with the tanks to speed it up. Max is very strong. Personally, I don't think she's an S tier, but Triple places it at the top of the A tier. Master P. I never use Mr. P. Maybe because I don't like him, I don't feel comfortable with him, but in this period of Mr. P, let's face it, the body uses him. In ranked, I really see him in competitive also. Where is he used? He's not a terrible brawler like Penny, for example, but he's not strong either. I put him in a C tier, just above Pan. Sperm is not a back thrower, maybe he's not the best, but in my opinion, he's very strong. Thanks to the edge of this super, he's able to block several incoming shots in Brawl, and also the gadget that eradicates the current hedge or creates another one is very useful. Without a doubt, I put him in a C tier. In my opinion, he's barely even stronger than Tick. That's why I will put them close together. Byron, together with Frank, received one of the most sensational exploits in Brawlers. About 3 months ago, he was really bad. I always put him in an F tier, but now he has improved a lot, especially thanks to a buff from the last update. He has become one of the best long-range brawlers in the game. He does a lot of damage and he's also a good hitter. Best than Poco, still. I will put him in an A tier between B and Bell. Squeak has dropped a lot in the past few years. He used to be the strongest controller in the game, but now he's nothing special. Its win rate is quite low, because it is used only in few matches and you win 0 of them. Before he was unbearable because of how strong he was. Now I can see it because of how disused he is. It's quick. His bombs are easy to dodge unless they stick to you, and the super does very little damage. I put him at the top of the edit tier. Lou is a really strong awesome brawler. The super annoys his opponents a lot when he places it right on the awesome and freezes and bursts very quickly. The Hypercharge is also one of the best in the game for a long time. Now it is not, but it's still very strong. Once the enemy is frozen, that's it. 2 shots and he's gone. He deserves to be the strongest brawler in the B tier, even above Brock. Rox had his time with mutations, so he was the strongest brawler in the game alongside Rico. Now Rico is still an S tier, but Rox absolutely no. He's really good, and reviews will say that he's a bad brawler. The super's power-up is very useful for your teammates, but Rox himself isn't strong. I put him right next to his Squisher, which is quick, at the top of the D tier. That's so free too that will come back in the meta. I also get along very well with Buzz. He's my second main brawler. A very strong assassin, but when it comes to tier, you never get out. There's also a secret tick, thanks to which he's able to counter Kid, which is a S tier right now. Using the super, Buzz grabs onto a wall, and Kid is stunned, so Buzz can attack him. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Buzz is one of the few brawlers perfect for showdown. However, he's not the not skilled like Edgar. In fact, he has a very skilled Hypercharge, which is hard to use. I promote him to a B tier between Maisie and 8-bit. Oh, come on, finally rise, my favorite brawler, fan. He's too strong. Come on. He has an Hypercharge that takes out an entire team just once. It's just too powerful. For me, you can also get an S tier plus S tier, but he's even stronger than many others there. But I have to put him in a B tier because I don't see him because I don't see him in matches with this meta. I will put him between Ant and Rock in the B tier. I really like that only 2 brawlers in the game can walk a water. We saw Angelo was also one of the best brawlers in the game, and now it's his turn. He was strong, but you have to know how to manage the slow reloading of shots. In fact, to make the situation easier, use the reload gear on Eve, the Epic. The Mythic gear is also stronger with Command Gate. I use her with these 2 gears. She's a gadget, the first, which is a bad copy of Angelo's, and the second is even worse. However, I would like to recommend the first gadget, which can be useful against the brawlers that jump on your face, like Edgar. The brawler definitely deserves a B tier. I will put it between 8-bit and Buzz. Now there's another brawler that used to be an S tier, but now it's terrible. You all will obviously know who am I talking about. Janet! Before, she did a lot of damage, also because her shots deal splash damage. And it was very annoying when an Edgar attacked Janet, she flew in the air and the bombs took out the Edgar. But right now, she does none of this. The Edgars can easily take out Janet without any problems. It's never used in games and hasn't been used in the meta for a long time. She gets an F tier on top of the all Fs. Otis is also no longer seen in the meta. His super is very original and powerful, but overall Otis has lost a lot. At the time of his release, I temporarily stopped playing Brawl Stars after I didn't log it. But in the app where I record sneak peeks of the previous video, watch it and subscribe, I played it a few days ago, and unfortunately, he's not strong. However, that occupies a place in the CTO because it is quite an average brawler. Buster is a very good tank. I'm a fan of his super, which is able to send hits back at enemies. It's incredible. However, he's countered by throwers like Dynamite or Thick, whose shots cannot be blocked, but Buster can take out many brawlers with this technique. I often made him in matches, so in my opinion, he deserves to be in A tier. He was honestly even stronger with his first gadget, could also slow down enemies as well as bring them closer to him. He was he is also a grabber. I place him between Bell and Byron. Ray's super is also very particular. He's the only bird in the game who can teleport with super. According to my choice, he should place him in A tier, because his very slow support, which upon its release was given away for free to all players. I didn't redeem it because it was still in time when I temporarily stopped playing. However, it's better to put him at the top of the picture. RT, in addition to having received a beautiful mythic skin, in spite of the sea god Poseidon, I was rising a lot. His splitting is also a bit of an anti-tank, capable of doing double damage on RT and his legs close together. The Mohawk, even if it does not last for the entire matches like Bells, he's very useful for quickly dealing damage to marked enemies. He can be placed in A tier next to Nani. This made works of a beautiful super Willow with the position is one of my favorite brawlers. I also like the fact that she does damage over time, and the damage is a lot. This brawler is also forward, so it can adapt to many situations. She can also cause a lot of glitches in the game, which makes Willow a very fun brawler to play. But in this meta, I almost never see Willow. I put her in the first position of the C tier. From his release today, Doug has always sucked. He had this moment of glory when he received a big buff in the ranked update. He also managed to crew double the expected amount, but then, since the problem was fixed, he started being the same dog again. No way. I have to put him in F tier, even his super capable of reviving himself and his allies is one of the best in the game. If obviously you know how to activate it at the right time. Chuck is the best aged brawler in the game, in my opinion. Consequently, he's a situational brawler, but in his maps, and even in some awesome maps, he's devastating. He's really used, but even as expected, he wins. In the last update, he also received a rework, which made him much easier to play. Must be between Brute and Power in the picture. Although Charlie has undergone multiple nerfs and spiders only last for 5 seconds, she remains very strong brawler. The damage has been reduced, but in my opinion, you don't feel the much less damage. The spider's nerf was also affects the Hypercharge, but Charlie is one of the strongest super in the game, capable of blocking all push bars. She still deserves an A to be an A in my opinion. Like Caleroli, I think Supercell is furious with Charlie. Mako, a knockout 5 vs 5, is really annoying. At the last second, he jumps away with the super and he wins the round. Stop. However, he's not using many game modes, but I like him. His main attack helps him to escape from uncomfortable situations and makes him more versatile. Mako was also given as a gift in the 23 online calendar, and this time, I got it. Unfortunately, fuck, she's already used, and I have to put him at the top of the detail. Melody also resisted the Neville, which took away 1,000 of her health. She remains very stamina and global when she scores many goals. Melody's snap is right, but I will have taken away 600 or 700 of her health, not 1,000. However, the A tier can still be earned, because the nodes that roaming around her are very dangerous. Lily was an average brawler before, but now, with the grip buff she received, she has become, together with Frank, the strongest brawler in the game. In reality, she's a secret nerf. Quite right. Not listening to the patch note of the update were super, the damage of which was upped from 1,000 to 500 for level 1 Lily. Furthermore, in the maintenance of the July 1st, it underwent another double nerf, but quite like it once. On her health and her main attack. She still deserves the S tier next to Frank. Finally, the January Brawler. Spike is the brawler that always works. Spike has always been strong, he has a pretty good hypercharge, he's very versatile, and this combined with the mythical gear slows down his opponents a lot. Card balls make Spike an even easier brawler to use. In fact, the January rarity was given to him for its iconicity, but due to his mechanics, he can also be an epic brawler. I put him in an 80 above Beverly and Bear. B. Corvo was the first brawler in the game to be able to cause damage over time. In fact, it's precisely the mechanics that makes him very strong and annoying. His Hypercharge is broken in height, and this makes him an ace brawler. His deckers do a lot of damage both instantly and over time. It deserves to be among the strongest brawlers in the BTU to Infang and Brawl. Lee, as you may have noticed from the cover of our channel, is the favorite brawler of the other CC of the channel. Now, my favorite brawler, as you know, is Fang. His is Leon. I like him a lot too, but I will have the other CC give his opinion on Leon. Unfortunately, he's not here with me when I'm recording this video, so I will rank Leon. Leon's Hypercharge is very underrated, but in my opinion, it is too strong. You have to activate it at the right time. Leon is also a very strong counter for long brawlers. He's also in a B tier right next to Frank. Since Sandy got the Hypercharge, I really like her. He's in fact my main brawler. His Hypercharge is so powerful, maybe even the best in the game. The Nightmare Sandy skin is also one of the best in the game. In fact, as soon as it came out, I bought it. He becomes very fast with Hypercharge and he commands the first star power because it allows to take out the brawlers with low health. Even though his Hypercharges being slowed down, I come from Sandy in S tier between Angelo and Rico. Amber has become a very strong, hot brawler. Stronger than Bo for sure, because she was also stronger than Ans. I don't know who wins now, maybe Amber again. The incendiary liquid after Amber sets it on fire does a lot of damage and causes a lot of annoyance to opponents. With the sub power of the cooldown, Amber spends a lot of shots and really runs enemies. I put it at the bottom of the A tier between Burley and Bea. B. Meg was already very strong before the rework. Now she's one of the top brawlers in this meta. She's used a lot in my opinion, the less range is noticeable, very noticeable. However, she deals more damage and also receives a secret buff. I'm reading from the patch note. Meta have points increased from 3,800 to 400 for a level 1 Meg. This buff helped her even more to become one of the best brawlers in the game. She goes in S tier below Really and Frank. Surge is one of the best anti-tanks in the game along with Collage, Shelly, and Gale. He almost always manages to transform in all 3 stages, but in rare cases in which he fails to do so, it is useful for recharging his opponent's super. In that case, it becomes very bad. The super is very strong, and with the 3rd stage, he almost becomes a long range. He also goes to the A tier between Spike and Bea. Chester is the only random brawler in the game. Before it was really bad, but now with the rework, you see this brawler has improved a lot. Now with the series of Desta shots the main attack, Chester is a lot in Showdown, where you can jump with the 4-shot charge and deal 6,000 of damage to the first enemy that comes exaggerated. But now it's just the 2nd or 3rd position in the B tier between low and gray. Cordelia's, similar to Surge, is also a very strong anti-tank. It's no longer an nasty bird before, but with the increase in tanks in the meta, it has gained a lot of value. It also has a super which, in addition to being unique and original, it is also very powerful. Actually, it is one of the best in the game. Cordelia's therefore deserves an A tier. In my opinion, he has to be at the top of the A tier. Now it's Kit's turn. This cat really annoys me in a sort of showdown. Kit. He's the Deadly 11, one of the most no-skilled brawlers in the game. He's unbeatable. He also does some crazy combos with Draco in 3 vs 3, and he's really strong just everywhere. Actually, as much as I can stand it, I will put him in F-. The first power in Solo Showdown is simply broken. Luckily, it was nerfed, and is encouraging players to use Kit in 3 vs 3 instead of Showdown. Remember, he is a support. Kit was introduced to play him in 3 vs 3. He also liked the design. Star Dream Studios is my favorite setting because all the skills are made in a completely different way from the others. I put Kit in an S tier under Piper. Now let's talk about Draco. He's officially my 2nd favorite brawler after Frank. I really like the collaboration between Dragon Force and Brawl Stars. I like the song they wrote. Furthermore, the brawler is very strong because while he's on the dragon, he spams so much shots that he loads up another super and he stays on the dragon for infinite time. Draco definitely goes in an A tier between Shelly and Nani. And now let's talk about Barry, the last one brawler introduced by Brawl Stars. He's definitely a nice brawler, he's also very strong in Hot Zone. His badass game stays on the land for too much time, for 6 seconds. A single attack can deal over 6,000 of damage, it's crazy. However, I don't think Barry is already an S tier, I will place him in an A tier, next to Rico. Okay, we're done with this very long tier list. 81 brawlers, so many. Everybody will receive the end. This is the tag list for the month of July after Barry's arrival in the Brawl Stars meta. We'll talk about him, Clancy, in the next episode of the tag list. Write in the comments if you agree with my ranking, guys. See you in the next video. Goodbye!